Brody, I don't understand a thing that's happening in this route. Hello, people. We're back for some more hundredline on chapter 15b. Don't know the name of the route yet, but stuff's been happening. It's super weird. So let's look at the chapter select real quick. Like on the third day after the start of this route, we got motherfucking Shoma and Kako that die. Thankfully, we get Shoma to the infirmary so fast. She's actually alive, but Kako, she's dead, and she died in such a weird way. With a bottle of poison. That's so weird. Well, as usual, when Kako dies, Ima goes crazy. He's crashing out to the point where Brody just took an extinguisher and ran out of the school. Why? Because we were like, yo, Brody, we're kind of suspecting you in the killing of your sister, even though that's super weird. Well, we found a handkerchief with his initials, IT Ima Tsukumo, in the hangar room, in the pod room. You know, the one that's down the gym room? Yes, number one, we found it, and then we found the handkerchief. So now we confront him about it, and bro just ran out, and he got kidnapped by motherfucking Quenzo. So here we are. We traced the transmitter and quickly figured out exactly where Ima had been taken. It was the enemy relay station we had visited in my previous timeline. As bro was also bugged, because we could not trust that dude. We immediately started making a plan to get Ima back. After some discussion, we decided to split into two teams. Rescue team, me, Hiruko Takemaru, Tsubasa, and Kurara. The defense team, Nozomi, Moko, Kiyoshika, Yugamu, Shoma, and Rumi. Forgot about her. But if we get attacked, that's gonna be tragic. So we rescue him, even though he may very well be the killer. Not set in stone yet. What if it was all a mistake? Did you ever live with the fact that you abandoned an innocent friend? I knew you would say that. I was just making sure. Having only 5 people on the defense team is not very reassuring. Yeah, can't we add one more or something? Eva! No, what if the enemy attacks in the meantime? Can't afford to be lax on home security. In that case, Takumi. Yeah, it's time. Everybody, follow me. Huh? Sir Takumi, Lady Eva is out and about now. Why have you done such a thing? Yes, well, as you can see, I'll let her out. But why? I intend to let her join the rescue team. I explained about the bomb in Eva's body and the remote detonator we had made to trigger it. And you really think this will work? If you feel she's acting suspicious, you can press the button to blow her up yourself. Huh? I put the remote detonator in an astonished Hiruko's hands. Now, do you feel reassured? Damn. Hiruko fell silent at my words. After a few moments, she said, have it your way. Thank you for having me on the team. I look forward to being useful to you. Aw, you're good. Alright then. We'll be right back. With Ima. Good luck. Stay safe. Rescue team set off to the enemy release station, where Ima was being held captive. Wait, DG? On the bus? With Eva? Please? Pretty please? Please? By the time we got close to the relay station, the sun was just starting to rise. We got off the bus and climbed up the small hill to survey the relay station. Now, yo, we know about this cutscene, bro.
今がどこに監禁されてんのかわかんなかったが、とにかく敵を一掃すりゃいいんだよな。
What is Kurara doing? Is she winking?
部隊長がどんなやつかはみんなも見たと思う。あいつは空を飛ぶんだ。
だとしたらそいつはクエンゼーレですね。クエンゼーレ？そういう名前なの？
Why is she so surprised?
ものすごく気持ち悪いやつなので、ギッタギタのメッタメタにしちゃっていいですよ。
Excuse you? How is he an absolute creep? I know he's weak, very weak, and like submits to Veshness, but to go that far is I don't know.
れにしても空を飛ぶってめっちゃうざいんだけど。
Also remember
どうやって戦えばいいの？
in Killing Gabriel, Eva was acting a bit weird during like her early relationship with Nozomi. She was very I want to say aggressive, and like at some point she was like, "Yo, give me a beer" or some shit.
大丈夫よ。私の得意科目で地対空防衛法を作るから、それを使えば一発で撃ち落とせるはず。ただし
Brother,
制作に取り掛かるのはあいつが現れてからね。
なんでだよ、今作ればいいじゃねえか。
その兵器は性質上5分しか原型を保てないのよ。5分経ったら内部の圧力のせいで
I just received a mail from work, and I'm not employed anymore there.
じゃねえか。
よし
It is
それじゃあみんな行くぞ
motherfucking 10 minutes before midnight.
出撃だ
皆さん、これで私が裏切れないってこと分かっていただけましたよね。
まだよ。それは全ての戦闘が終わってから判断させてもらうわ。
それより部隊長はどこだ？
クエンゼーレってやつだね。そろそろ姿を現すはずですが。いました、あそこです。
Wait, he's the
やっと来たわね。飛んで火にいる
Paragon of Repulsion. What does that
みん
mean?
な
どうして何故こんなひどい仕打ちを。ざまあ見やがれクエンゼーレ。
What?
君はイバいや、もちろんだいぶ前から気づいてたけどね。
For
そ
what?
っちの連中に寝返ったってこと？
ええ、あんたたちの陣営にいても未来なんてないし。
Yo, Quenzel, send an email. Yo, tell him to execute her daughter or some shit. Suddenly, Quenzel broke off and stared at something behind us.
あ、ベシネス様だ。
Is he gonna do it again? Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way, bro. And yo, look, R. Kelly.
なんだって
We all turned around at the same time, but
誰もいないじゃん。
this dude really did it.
まさか。
We turned back around, but it was too late. During those precious few seconds, the defeated commander had disappeared
も
completely.
しかして逃げられた？
He did.
みてえだな。
まったく食えないやつですね。クエンゼーレだけに。
Yeah, good joke. Good. Takemaru, can you laugh? We just skim over it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Eva, that's a dad joke. Come on. I split up to look for Ima. Took a while, but I eventually found him locked up in a cage.
大丈夫かすぐに出してやるからな
すみ先輩。
I swung my sword down on the lock and it broke apart with a loud noise. I opened the door and quickly guided Ima outside, but then he stabbed you? What the? I saw something flashing out of the corner of my eye, right next to the cage. Are you a dumbass?
爆弾
The next moment. Who kaboomed? The two of you? Yo, your disease is about to bring you to day 70. Never mind, you guys are oh shit, look at your back. Your shoulder. I instinctively grabbed Ima from behind. And it... The snap action meant my body shielded Ima from the brunt of a blast. A scalding pain ripped through my back. You were already injured in your back, so I don't know if that's good. I choked down a cry of pain and asked,
今
You good?
大丈夫か
はいでも隅野先輩は
Nah, don't worry.
俺の
Yup,
ことは
yup.
気にするなお前さえ無事ならそれって
隅野先輩隅野先輩隅野先輩
We're about to skip 20 days? This time, or what?
そういう起床時間だよ
Oh my god. Oh my god, hold up. After select, we skipped 11 days again, no? 10 days. We skipped 10 days. Anyone dead? No. Everyone is here, Eva included. I woke up to the expected sight of Nozomi sitting right in front of me. This time, she wasn't shocked at all. Instead, she looked at me with a gentle softness in her eyes.
おはよう。起きたんだね。
I was expecting you to scream. I didn't have to ask about the day, as it was mentioned in the announcement just now.
50日目か
うん。点滴のことなら心配しないで。第二に行って大量に調達してきたから。
そうかいつもすまないな
お礼ならみんなに言ってよ。点滴を回収してきたのは他のみんなだし、隅野くんを介抱してるのは私だけじゃないんだから。
Sat up in my bed. For some strange reason, I wasn't feeling any aches or pains. You die or something? You seem fine physically. Truth is, your external injuries weren't as bad as they seemed. Which means the real reason I was out for such a long time was because of the fainting disease. I think so.
Oh.
Has anything changed? If you mean the murder cases, we haven't made any progress. Ima and Darumi are still denying they were working together. Tsubasa and I don't believe they did anything either, but the others... Oh, something else has changed though. Ima's been taking part in the defensive battles. What? You shielded him back at the enemy relay station, remember? He said he's joining the fight for you. I see. That said, he's still as reticent as ever, and hardly ever leaves his room otherwise. Who can blame him though? Other than Tsubasa and me, everybody's suspicious of him. But he did say that he was willing to tell you, and only you, everything. Really? Yep. So, go find him later, okay? Later. Hmm?
Ah.
Are you expecting me not to act right now after you just told me? I jumped up and dashed outside immediately. I forgot his room was like that. Hey yo bro, you got rust on your pipes. You're Sumino. First of all, thank you for saving me that day. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Don't mention it, really. What I really want to hear from you is some answers. Ima nodded firmly. I was going to tell you everything after you woke up anyway. Not only because I owe you a debt of gratitude, but also because I'm not sure you couldn't have been the killer. I am now sure you couldn't have been the killer. Because the real killer would never risk his own life to save me like that. It is my deepest desire to find the person who killed my dear sister, and then smash their face in with a hammer over and over again until there's nothing left of it. Yet I am but a detective's assistant. I do not deal well with deductions. So I have decided to entrust this earnest wish of mine to you. I have the utmost confidence that you have what it takes to bring the truth to light.
Oh.
I intend to do just that, as soon as I get some answers from you. Now, first of all, why didn't you kill Terumi? Wait, what? What? You think the killer is one of us, don't you? Yes. When Kaku's body was found, you and Darumi were the only ones not in the gym. Unless you were the killer? But that can't be, right? Of course not. If so, from your perspective, only one other person could have been hiding in the storeroom at that point of time. None other than the room. Yet you didn't go smash her head in with a hammer until there was nothing left. Why not? Mr. Sumino, I see what you're getting at. And you're right. It was because I knew it was possible for someone else to have been my dear sister's killer. Because there's a hidden exit in the storeroom, right? He nodded slowly in response to my question. Where does it lead? Not the cage, right? It can't be Eva's cage, I mean. Opposite the cockpit section of the escape pod lay a heap of metal containers. When we moved the heap away, we found a large ventilation shaft. Is this it? Where does it bring? Ventilation? There's ventilation in the rooms on the roof. But that's too far away. Yes. It's big enough for Takemaru and Moko to pass through. You're quite right. Have you ever gone inside before? No, sir. Stuck my head into the shaft but couldn't see anything in the pitch black darkness. When did you realize there was a storeroom? About day 10, I would say. My dear sister found the entrance first. She was the one who brought me here. After that, we would secretly visit this place together whenever we had some free time. It became something like a secret hiding spot of ours. Why didn't you tell anyone? I did not tell you before because I thought you were my dear sister's killer. I did not tell the others because, well, promise me you will not get angry. Yeah. Because my sister and I had intended to flee this place together in the escape pod. Just the two of you. It's not possible. The door can be opened manually. You were the one that put that. We thought we could do something about that by tinkering with the control system in the war room. Decided and continued the conversation. We kept this place a secret even after Kako was murdered. If you told us about it, we'd be able to accept your assertion that Kako hadn't killed herself. I promised, my dear sister, that no matter what happened, I would never tell anyone about this place. She had tears in her eyes when she made that promise. When she made me promise. I want us to live together in the TRC again, just the two of us. But we have to get out of this place first. We'll be killed one day if we stay here. I believe I may have dropped the handkerchief at that time. When I was putting it back into my pocket after wiping my dear sister's tears away. This place was our sanctuary. We didn't even want anyone else invading our space. Even after my dear sister lost her life, felt like I would be desecrating her memory by allowing someone else in. That is why I told nobody. Large tears started rolling down Imu's cheeks, and I wordlessly held out his handkerchief to him. Imu accepted the handkerchief and clenched it tightly in his hand. He squeezed his eyes shut, and for a long time after that, his shoulders trembled non-stop. After Ima had calmed down, we climbed back up to the surface. Tsubasa was in the garage as usual when we stepped inside. Yo, we need a flashlight, and we need to climb this shit. Ima, you're an unusual sight around here. Even more unusual than me being awake? I mean, I already heard about you from Nozomi. You've been going around telling everyone the news, you know. Anyway, what's up? Just wanted to know if there's a recon drone anywhere around here, with lights and cameras if possible. Yes, but what do you need it for? It's kinda hard to explain. Can you just come with us and bring the recon drone? We need to solve the case. Tsubasa blinked a few times in quick succession at Ima's words. Alright, give me a sec. Uh-oh, if there's a ventilation shaft here, that means... I see how it is now. Yeah, exactly. If Kako was killed, the presence of this shaft makes everybody in the academy a suspect, including the Seafers for Shoma's case. Oh, because we could have... Because we could have traveled from the roof to this place in a very short time, right? Or at least secretly. Including me. Yeah, you still brought me here. Does that mean you trust me? Kind of. Sort of. You don't sound very sure. I'll take it though. Okay, let's start. Thanks. We used a drone to investigate a ventilation shaft. As a result, we were able to make a few major discoveries. Right, in summary, this is what we've learned. First of all, the shaft bends in a zigzag shape a few times and extends towards the school building. It splits into a grid structure halfway and connects the different parts of the building. Anyone using this can basically exit from anywhere they like. However, the bends are extremely narrow and people our size can't possibly get through them. Only someone with a body the size of a small child could have gone through those bends. I'm more concerned about what we found halfway. Yeah, me too. This thing, right? The suit? A leaf? Oh no. It's tissue, it's green tissue, it's Shomu's pants. Nope. Yep. That thing that got caught on a protrusion in the interior wall. Thankfully we were able to retrieve it because I had the foresight to attach a robotic arm to the drone. A piece of cloth, right? A square, green piece of cloth about an inch long. I looked at Ima, then Tsubasa. He looked back at me with wide, questioning eyes. It was apparent they hadn't yet realized the grave implications behind this. Maybe a certain incident had blinded them to the existence of that possibility. Put the piece of cloth in my pocket, looked them both in the eye and said, "Tell everyone to gather at the gym at 7 PM tonight." Huh? This is quite sudden. Please, let's do it. They turned to look at each other. I don't mind. What will you do until then? Well, you see, you'll see. I had enough proof to make my case, but I wanted just one more piece of key evidence. Ooh, so I went to the back of the school, the place where Shoma had been stabbed. Spent a few hours thoroughly investigating every nook and cranny. Before long, the sun set and my shadow started growing longer. It was at that time that I found something, a faint trace of blood on a corner of a rock? What? It was maybe 30 feet away from where Shoma had been stabbed. I didn't think blood from his injuries could have sprayed that far, which meant it was someone else's? Okay, we know that Kako lost her blood because her ankle was cut. But we don't know yet. Was it cut outside or in the morgue? That I didn't understand. I entered the gym at 7 PM sharp to find everybody already gathered there. Eva, you're here too? Yes, I have received an official release. I have been given Eito's room. I do not like that. I do not have to sleep in the cage anymore. For what? Is there a specific reason, or you were just released because we trust you now? All credit goes to Takumi and Tsubasa. The remote detonator you suggested has allowed everyone to accept my presence with the greatest peace of mind. I duplicated the device and gave a copy to everyone. You made the worst decision. The worst fucking decision. Anyone can kill her for free. Even the killer. The assumed killer in the group. Oh my god. There's that. Is there something else? What if they were to mod it? Which is unlikely, but you never know. And be able to make everyone explode. Anyway. I don't need one. That aside, what are we all here for? Well, you see, I turned my gaze upward and slowly lowered my head.
過去を殺して銀崎を刺した人物。そいつが誰なのか分かったんだ。
Girl, we get it. I'm gonna press X, and I'm gonna appear in the dialogues too. Huh? Mr. Sumino, wait a minute, please. You just said with absolute certainty that my dear sister was indeed killed? Yes, the situation points to that fact. Who did it? Ima, I need you to promise me something first. Promise you won't lay a finger on the killer when you realize who they are. I won't tell you the truth unless you promise me that. I saw him gritting his teeth with a scowl on his face. Still, he nodded firmly and said, Fine, I promise that I won't lay a finger on that accursed scum.
そうか。
Good.
それじゃあ教えるよ。本当は俺だってこんなこと言いたくはないんだけど。
Soma.
過去を殺して銀崎を刺した犯人、そいつは。
The person who killed Shoma was Kako. I think it was the Geek Queen Kako. Like for real this time. I don't believe Shoma did it all himself. All alone.
そいつの名前は
13 TTX. Has to be Kako. But then why would this be in the... Yeah, what was this? No, it couldn't have been Kako because she was killed between 1 and 4 a.m. And Shoma was killed like after he screamed. What? Could it actually be Shoma? And the traces of blood we found a bit farther than where Shoma was. Shoma died. The person who killed Kako and stabbed Shoma is... Wow! I'm jumping on that! Look, it's like the dead people! Oh my god, I am jumping on that day, Kodaka! Oh, wow! What? If I could, I would... As much as I could, but... Shaking my brain too much? I don't know, man. I don't know. Hold up. My computer froze. Can we zoom in? Check guide. Other. You guys know a smart map. I can go into the menu. I mean, I'm gonna save for sure. Archive. Have we learned anything new? No. Nah, there's nothing. Is there anything here? I don't think so. I'm gonna go with my initial theory. It's Kako. Even though, again, she couldn't have killed Shoma. Because she died between 1 and 4 a.m. I don't know. I feel like this is the Geek Queen Kako. But you can Oh, no, wait a minute, man. I mean, there's actually 13 choices? Oh, wait, no, there's dead people, so... 1, 2, 3, 4, 16? Yeah, 4, 8... 12, 16. Oh, hell no. Is it gonna bring me to super hell if I make the wrong choice? Oh, hell no. I just sent the screenshot to the homie and he responded. Hold up. Yo, what? Alright, so the homie sent me a Danganronpa soundtrack, the Scrum soundtrack, and he told me, yo, put this in the back and start thinking. Alright, so my theory, for some reason, is that the killer is actually Kako. He stabbed Shoma and decided to kill herself? Or Shoma killed her in defense, in self-defense. However, the problem is the missing stuff in the biolab. Why would Shoma take those? He probably has no knowledge of medical stuff. So why would he take those two? That is weird to me. And also there's the fact that Shoma's pants are found in the ventilation. Doesn't make sense to me. Why would they be here? Again, no, but he would, yes. Okay, so to further support my theory of Kako being the killer, we need her, or at the very least, we need the killer to know of the ventilation, to be able to move throughout the school in secret and pretty fast. Wait, no. Then how did Shoma go from outside to inside? Same goes for Kako. How did she? No. Again, it cannot be Kako because she died between 1 and 4 a.m. And Shoma died after the morning announcement, which is like 7 a.m. I think. I don't think it's Kako then. That's the thing, though. It cannot be Shoma either. Shoma's a victim. Shoma is a victim. I do not think. Oh, but we don't have them here. We don't have all the clues here. The thing that puts people to sleep. The anesthetic. You need someone to know about medicine. To use it. Same goes for the poison. And to me, the only two that know of medicine are Yugamo, of course, and Nazone. And well, I'm pretty sure Eito would know because he read a lot of books. Oh my god. I'm gonna get sent to super hell, aren't I? Oh my god. The homie told me, yo, do the world right now. It's gonna make you think better. And shit, he might be right. One thing we have to note also is that Gaku and Shoma were killed in the same manner. They were stabbed in this with the same MO as like the Gi Queens or the Gis as usual. Oh my god, I'm lost in the sauce. Honestly, I'm lost in everything. I am so lost in everything. Me, I really want to say Kako, bro. Hold up. There's something very weird going on. Look at these three. They're spaced correctly, evenly. And Eito is like very far away from Tsubasa and legit behind the room. Same thing goes for these two, behind each other. But these two are spaced, let's say, evenly. These two are not. Basically, these two are. And like, I guess these two are. But all of these guys are over each other. And that's so weird to me. And then there's Takumi. Takumi is so far away from the others. Oh my god. I don't think it's Takumi. Takumi being the serial killer again? No, I don't think so. Holy crap. Yeah. No, I'm gonna take the homie's advice. I'm gonna do the word of the day, and then come back. That shit did not help me one bit. I tried that shit. It was so easy. What do you mean? Who is it? Man. Oh my god. Okay, this is crazy. And at this point, I think I might just commit. Thing is, I hope it doesn't send me to super hell. If the route continues from this point on, even if you make the wrong choice, it's gonna be bad. I feel like the Shoma choice is just too easy. Oh, but we said the body of a child would only be able to move through certain parts of the ventilation. Wow. Do I go with my initial? Wow. Do we know how the chapter select looks like? Other and Shoma. Man, why are you spoiling, man? Oh my god, this is such a bait. Scratching my head, I guess. I mean, the pants, they kind of give it away. Kind of gives it away, but like, I feel like it was too easy. But then, like, the decisive argument is like only someone with the body of a child could have gone through this part of the ventilation. So, I mean, I guess it's Shoma. Well, if it's true, which I think it is because this kind of spoils it. Well, we found the answer in a pretty funny manner, yes.
何言ってるんですか、スミノさん。僕は被害者ですよ。刺されたんですよ。忘れちゃったんですか。
But that's the thing, you did it yourself. What the? Brother said shut up. Bro said shut up. Shut the fuck up, you little J. Well, honestly, he said shitty ass. Not midget, but chibi, so like small thing. Damn. What? Begin persuasion? I'll tell you what happened in chronological order. Let's start with Kako. Her estimated downward death is between 1 and 4 AM on day 27. You met up with her before that on day 26. You tell her to come to the gym during that period of time. So she showed up at the gym as asked, where you made up some reason for her to swallow that thing. What? The TTX. But that's too easy, I don't like this. It's extremely poisonous. Ingesting just 1 or 2 milligrams is fatal. That's how you poison Kako to death. After poisoning Kako, you put the bottle of TTX into her right hand. Then you blocked the gym door using a mop as a latch. Now I got a question. This could have been ruled out as not a suicide from the start if Ima just told us if Kako was left or right-handed. The bottle was placed in her right hand. If she was left-handed, this could not have been a suicide. Thinking you could make her death seem like suicide with all that nonsense. Yeah, but then again, why? Once that was done, you climbed down the ladder to the corner of the stage into the escape pod storeroom. You already knew that shaft was there because you'd seen Ima and Kako going into the trapdoor before. You did your homework and went down to check out the storeroom as well before carrying out your plan. That's why you also knew about the ventilation shaft, and you used that vent to return to the school life building. That's the main reason causing me to single you out as the culprit. The main reason? Nope. You're the only one who could fix. The bends are extremely narrow. Only someone with a body the size of a small child could have gone through those bends. Hold up, how? I can't see actually. I can see the many. I would have loved to see how tall he was. In other words, the only one who could have gone through these narrow bends is you, Shoma. You did that for sure. The girl who was flexible enough could have passed through as well, right? No, it's physically impossible. Anyway, there was something left behind in the ventilation shaft. That's what's going to serve as irrefutable proof of your guilt.
明確の痕跡
Red underwear. For what?
これだよ。2センチ四方の布の切れ端だ。見ての通り、緑色をしてる。ああ。
Out of all of us, only Kurara, Takemaru, and Shoma wear something green on them. But Kurara's tomato mask isn't made of cloth, so this scrap cannot be hers. The shade of green on Takemaru's jacket is less vibrant than the scrap too. Shoma, turn around. Why? Just do it! I just checked. Part of Shoma's backpack has been torn. The torn part perfectly matches this cloth scrap. Indeed, I too witnessed it and have concluded they are a perfect match. You couldn't have passed through the narrow bands of that shaft while still wearing your backpack. You couldn't leave it in the shaft either. So you tied your shoulder straps to your feet and pulled it along as you climbed? What? That's how the backpack got caught on a sharp edge protruding out of the inner wall of the shaft. This cloth scrap got torn off because of that. No! 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 This is fake evidence printed by the real culprit. Someone's trying to frame me. If that was the case, why would that someone stab you? That one act would completely divert all suspicion away from you. Oh. Yo, where's the weapon? Now, this next part is all just conjecture. Shoma, you were actually intending to kill Imo as well, weren't you? That plan went awry because Kako showed up to the gym alone. So you had no choice but to kill only her. That made things difficult for you, because Iman knew about the storeroom as well. What's more, he also knew about the ventilation shaft. If he told anybody about the shaft, this would no longer be a locked room case. And if we pursued a case of a murder, he would eventually close in on you. So you wanted to kill Ima afterwards, but it was almost dawn by the time you crawled out of the ventilation shaft. And that left you with no time to do anything about Ima. So you panicked and started thinking about ways to remove yourself from the suspect list. That's how you ended up deciding to kill yourself. If you could make everyone think you had been mutilated by the culprit, you would never even dream of suspecting you. But that was such a gamble. You're being ridiculous. This is way too bold a plan for someone like me.
自分を白だと見せかけるために自殺する人なんているわけ
You knew you weren't going to die? How?
お前は本気で死ぬつもりなんてなかった
I mean, yes, but again, that was a gamble. In fact, you were absolutely confident you wouldn't die, because we have the revival medic in the infirmary. But for that to work, you had to die in a way that allowed us to find your dead body quickly. After all, we wouldn't be able to revive you if too much time had passed. That's why you screamed, right? And right after the morning announcement, something doesn't add up. Because he told us he saw someone clad in black with a mask, and he couldn't recognize their voice because of the voice changer. How could he have known about the PLM dudes? Then you stabbed yourself all over and temporarily ended your own life. I can't believe I'm listening to this. Please be realistic. No one in their right mind would willingly stab themselves that many times.
そんなこと人間ができると思いますか
Numbing the pain.
いや可能だ
If you injected yourself with a powerful anesthetic, like Gamathion. Remember what Yugamu said? At the proper dilution, this substance can numb the body's pain. What the fuck was that? And emotional receptors without causing loss of consciousness. Yep, and I still stand by that. It does make sense. You're trying to say that I used that drug to do the deed, right? But where would I even find a drug like that? Stole it from somewhere. The biolab.
どこかってどこですか
生物薬品室だよ
That room isn't locked and everyone has access to the shelves. Getting the drug from there wouldn't have been a problem for you. Alright. Assuming that I did inject myself with the anesthetic.
でももしもそうだとしたら注射器は
That was the blood?
多分注射器は薬を打ってからすぐに遠くの方へと投げ捨てたんだろう。
What about the knife? Where did the knife I used to stab myself disappear to? Nobody talked about a knife. Nobody said it was a knife. You tossed that far away as well. Just like you did with the syringe. Did anyone find any of those things at the scene? No. Nobody searched the area nearby on day 27, the day of the incident. You could have collected those items the next day, on day 28, after you woke up. But still, you're just guessing at that point. You've got no real proof. No proof that I threw the knife away after stabbing myself. I do have proof. It's not with me right now, but I did find something. It was something. Some 30 feet away from where we found you.
何なんですか？ある
An airplane? For what?
血痕だよ。ほんの少しだけ岩の片隅に付着してたんだ。
In a place where blood from your injuries couldn't have reached. Those stains prove that the bloody knife had been thrown over there. That's enough already! It doesn't matter what you're trying to say, because you have no solid proof!
結局物証としてはっきりと示されたものなんて緑の布の切れ端だけじゃないですか。
Archery?
これ以上とぼけても無駄だ。
I do actually have another piece of conclusive evidence. What? The bottle of TTX was hold up. The bottle of TTX Kako was holding. Your fingerprints were on it.
嘘だ嘘だ嘘だ嘘だ。この薬の瓶に指紋がついてるはずがない。だって僕はあの時ずっと手袋を。
He snitched on himself. This is crazy. He fell for it.
違うんだ。今のはただうっかりと口をじゃなくてそのだからとにかく僕は
諦めない銀崎。もう一度言う。過去に TTX を飲ませて毒殺した犯人、それは銀崎翔馬。お前だ。
The VA may have been the murderer in real life. Yo, hello? My controller. What the hell? My controller did not work for a second. Yo. Yup. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Fuck. Yo, hold up. I'm gonna tell the homie. I'm sorry, yo. I just talked to the homie and then I checked the server with the other homies in it as well. And there's a dumbass in the group that didn't get the world though today. Oh my god. Takumi, you got a few things wrong, but for the most part, you were correct. It was me. I killed Kako. I'm not growling. Back off, Hima. You promised. So, which part did I get wrong? The entire premise, to begin with. I did not kill her of my own volition. That might explain the description of the PLM guys. I was ordered to do so by a certain someone. Let's call this person X for now. Stop trying to make excuses for yourself. I'm telling the truth. Please believe me. Tell us more about this order you received. Just before dawn on day 26, I woke up to someone tapping my cheek? Brother, when I opened my eyes, X was there, right in front of me. You didn't lock the door? I did! Eito. Has to be Eito. 100% Eito. Because that dude is known for lock-picking doors. I think X was already hiding inside before I came in. Still checks out. That's very Eito-like. Under the bed. They not slick. They not slick. What did X say? What did X say? X said,
私はマルコを殺した犯人だ。次のターゲットは貴様にしようと思っている。
well, that is the voice of the first sponsor.
だが、私の指示に従えば見逃してやろう。もしも背いた場合、あるいは私の存在を他者に告げた場合は、貴様の体内にある爆弾を即座に爆発させる。
Huh.
そう、あの司令とかいうロボットが貴様らの体内に埋め込んだ爆弾だ。
Interesting. Brother, right here, refer to Surrey as that robot known as Surrey, and not just Surrey. Then could that person be unfamiliar with the SDU? That would make sense if it was the original sponsor, right? Just who is this ex-person? I don't know. They were wearing a long black poncho. They wore a mask over their face and used a voice changer to hide their real voice. That sounds like the fake stabber you made up to fool us. I mean, it's true I wasn't stabbed by a person of that description, but that person definitely exists. What happened after that? I followed X's instructions. I didn't want to be killed the way Gaku had been. X came up with the entire plan. He told me about the ladder shaft, escape pod hangar, and ventilation shaft. The tetrodotoxin. It was X who obtained that bottle of the TTX2. Obtained it. After that, I simply asked Kaku to meet using the script X had prepared. What did the script say? To speak to her on the afternoon on day 26. Kaku, I know about the storeroom with the escape pod too. I did some research in the library and found a way to open the cockpit and launch the pod into space. So, would you like to escape from this academy together with Ima? With me and Ima? If so, come with Ima to the gym tonight at 2 AM. With Ima. The plan was to kill not just Kako, but Ima as well, because they were the only other people who knew about the storeroom. Killing them both at the same time in a locked room would make their deaths seem like suicide. But only Kako showed up at the gym at the specified time, 2 AM. Why? Kako said this. She wanted to protect him? Hold up, I haven't told my dear brother what you told me yet. First, I need to verify whether your information is authentic or not. If it's true, then we set off tomorrow. But keep it a secret from my dear brother, alright? I want to surprise him. I hesitated to execute the plan because he had showed up alone. The X also told me.
もしもためらって何もしなかったら、貴様を確実に爆殺する。
So, I passed Kako a water bottle mixed with TTX. Takumi more or less covered what happened after that until I returned to the school building. Except, I had not foreseen that my backpack would get torn along the way. After returning to the first floor of the school building, I was at the loss because I didn't know what I was supposed to do about Ima. It was going to be difficult to kill him because the sun had already risen by then. Suddenly, X appeared again.
今はおそらく通気口の存在に気づいているだろう。もしそのことがバラされたら、密室が成立しなくなる。その結果、他殺の線が濃厚となり、連中は捜査を始めるはずだ。銀崎、今から屋上に戻っても間に合わない。間もなく起床時刻になる。お前が外出していたことは必ず誰かにバレるだろう。だが安心しろ。 私の言う通りに動けば、貴様は容疑者から除外される。
That's why you went to the back of the building and... Yes, I had been left with no other choice. But I was hesitant right up until the moment I injected myself with the gamma field. Once I did that, it was as if my sense of fear completely evaporated. Oh, X gave me the gamma field as well, along with a knife and syringe. I'm pretty sure X must have been the one to collect the knife and syringe that I dropped after I did the deed. Because I know I definitely didn't retrieve them. The story thus told, Shomo slumped his shoulders and bowed his head deeply. The silence that followed stretched on until Hiruko finally spoke up. I just have one last question, Shoma. Do the words back or heart ring any bells? Back or heart? No, I have no idea. Thank you. Your reaction was the answer I needed. I guess that's that, Takumi. Yes, X must have done it. If Shoma wasn't involved in that particular affair. Everybody was looking at us in confusion. Probably because nobody knew that someone had stolen the hearts from the dead bodies. And Shoma started trembling like a leaf, as if he suddenly remembered something. Oh no, that's it. I'm done for. I'm gone for. I told you about X. The moment I made is going to blow up now. Is it? Nothing's happening. Did this X-person lie to you? I think they must have. An amateur can't possibly make a detonator from the bomb or the bomb in our bodies. Only someone with my level of skill and experience. So, Mr. Genzaki won't be executed? Then I'll do it myself. I'll kill you. I'll tear you limb from limb. Is he gonna do it? Ima let out a guttural roar and charged towards Shoma so quickly, nobody had time to react. He shoved Shoma to the ground, clambered on top of him, and started strangling him so hard it almost seemed like he might rip his head off. I ran over in a panic and pulled Ima off. Shoma had fainted and was writhing at his mouth. Yugamu darted over and conducted a quick check. Okay, but the thing is, if you were to blow up, it's fine? No, it's not fine. You would need to get found to be revived because the drones do not work on their own anymore. At the start of chapter 15, it was said that the drones in the infirmary were tampered with and that they would not go, they would not like get dead people inside the school, I think it was. With that heartbreaking outburst, Ima simply collapsed on the spot. Nozomi and Tsubasa rushed over and started comforting him. Everybody else was at a loss, simply staring quietly at Ima. As they stood rooted to the spot, the sound of Ima's pain wails echoed coldly and endlessly through the walls of the building. I think that this X-person was not lying. They could and they would have blown Shoma up if he didn't do it. However, he's not doing it because he's a sicko. Because it's Eito. Has to be Eito again. If it's not Eito, I'll be surprised. Honestly, I will be surprised. Tsubasa said for someone to be able to get that type of remote controller, they would need to be as skilled as me. And I don't know who could do it. I mean, if it was the same person that tempered with the revival medic, it's entirely possible. But who could it be again? I don't know. I do not know. Wait. Could it really be Eito? Because Eito can only come through the PLM after day 35, if I remember correctly. And Gaku died way before. Same for Kako. Who is it? Is Tsubasa's... It would need to be someone as skilled as me. A bait? Or not just a bait, but just a way to scale the person? Or an actual bait? Could it really be her? I don't know. We moved the unconscious Shoma into the cage in the courtyard and made sure it was properly locked. There's something in 00 that's wrong. In one of those cages. Is it when we get Eva? Because Hiruko just freaks out and tells us, no, not in that cage, but I don't remember which one. Is it the left one or the right one? We also discovered the trapdoor. I think it was in Eva's cage, the right one. But we never knew what it led to. I shoved the key deep inside my pocket. Everyone returned to their rooms without saying another word. I soon found myself completely alone. Looking up at the night sky, I thought about what had happened. Kako's case had been solved, but that didn't mean it was all over. Someone out there killed Gaku and instructed Shoma to kill Kako. This was likely the same person who had been stealing hearts from the bodies in the morgue. For what? X, the real mastermind behind this entire string of events. Had to find out who this person was by hook or by crook. And I would, no matter what I did. I clenched my fists tightly. I would let nothing shake me from that firm resolve. Shoma's dead. Shoma's dead. Upon hearing that loud cry, I dashed out of my room. What happened? What's going on? I was up early, so I went to check on Shoma and... Shoma, he... What happened to him? Just come with me, quickly! We all knew where we were going. Everybody made a mad dash for the courtyard together. We ran through the second floor hallway and burst into the courtyard, and then ran toward the cage without stopping. There, we saw. Has he been stabbed? Or did he blow up? He's been stabbed. Oh my god, look at his eyes. So is the bomb thing a bait? A bluff, I mean? Kiyoshika grabbed the gate and tried to open it. Hypothetically, let's say that it is Eito from another timeline. He would not be able to open that door because the key is unique. It's ID based, if I remember Hiruko's words. And to escape from his room, he had to break the lock and not use the key. That means he did not have the key. So how exactly did the killer get inside? Is it a case of Leo Jr. again? I don't think so. I do not think so. But that is very interesting. How did Shoma die? I need to know where the trapdoor was. in the left or right? What's it called? Cell. Alright, homie responded very quickly. Shoutouts to him. Apparently the trapdoor is in the left one. So yeah, homie told me it was left, but I don't know, he says he's not sure anymore. If it's left, I think that's how he was killed, the trapdoor. Dug the key out of my pocket and slotted it in Once the gate was unlocked, I opened it and went inside. I immediately ran to Shoma and touched his neck, checking for a pulse. At that moment, something felt a little off. What? What? I touched his clothes and they were wet as well. Oh shit, this is some deep memories I have to dig up for. And 0-0. There were 2 or 3 things that Eito did. Number 1, ask Shoma for the balloons. Number 2, ask Moko for the sprinklers to wet like the dirt around.
ちょっと何してんのよ。早く精子を確認しなさいよ。
いや、もう確認済みだ。
Are you a dumbass? I checked that, but actually I didn't say it, so.
だけど前みたいに保健室に運べば。
Since I had touched the body, I already knew that too much time had passed, but I decided to go along with it anyway.
試してみよう。
Cause of death, hemorrhagic shock. Estimated time of death, day 51 between 2 and 5 a.m. Multiple stab wounds on the chest and abdomen. The murder weapon is likely a sharp blade about 8 in long. Can you say 8 in long or 8 inches long? Too much time had passed since death. Insufficient cryptoglobin present in body. Impossible to revive. Wasn't the blade in Box of Calamity also 8 inches long? After everyone had a chance to view the monitor, the mood in the room became heavier. What the hell was going on? How'd the killer get to Shoma when the cage was locked? Takumi, did you lock your door last night? Yes, I did. So nobody could have stolen the key from me while I was sleeping. And I know I'm repeating myself, but that key is unique. It cannot be copied. Unless, of course, it comes from another timeline. But then again, if it's Eito could not have brought a key because he never had it in the first place. Well, that narrows down the list of possible suspects to just Takumi, right? Don't you ever get tired of mindlessly repeating the same thing? Aren't we overlooking the other possibility that he stabbed himself like before? He didn't have the weapon though. This time, in a way that would be impossible for us to revive him. Because of the guilt? I can't think of any other reason why he went up dead in a locked cage in the middle of the night. Well then, who supplied him with the knife? Had to be X, right? If it was X, they would have passed him with some Gamma-Feel in a syringe? No. That dude is cruel. Yeah, and no one's strong enough to keep mutilating yourself like that without being drugged the hell out of their mind. He could have used one of the bottles that had been stolen previously. Moved Shoma's remains to the morgue. Yeah, but we need something to check for the heart. There were now 4 bodies lying on the tables now. At Ima's request, we made sure that Kako and Shoma's bodies were not placed next to each other. Ima walked to Shoma's dead body and stared at it for a long time. Then he said, "You got what you deserved." After that, we investigated the courtyard together. Despite coming over every inch of the area, we found no trace of knife or syringe. Yo, what about... The only thing we found was... What about the wet ground? A balloon! Oh my god. It's all coming together. Does it mean that we're going to get the answer of how Eito escaped in 00? I wonder. He was lying on the floor near Shoma's cage. Although I couldn't immediately figure out if it was related to the keys, I decided to stuff it into my pocket, just in case. We went to the rec room, or what? This makes it 3 people who have lost their lives because of X. We don't know for sure if X had anything to do with Shoma's case yet. Of course they did. We'd all be in serious trouble if it wasn't X. Because that would mean there are 2 killers of X's caliber running around free. Now who do you think X might be? Everyone felt silent. This was the question I was dreading the most. But it seemed like the others felt the same. Ever since Shoma shared his side of the story last night. We'd all been avoiding that particular issue. But it was time to face reality. I steeled myself and turned to Tsubasa. Tsubasa, do you still have the organic light detection device? Yes. 12. The exact same number as the people present here. That means somebody among us is X. All right. So is it really Eito? I completely forgot about that. That detail. Then could it actually be Tsubasa? She said it could only be me. Someone who could make the detonator. Yo, we get it, y'all. We get it. Game, we get it. No, wait! It could have been someone who came in at midnight and left the school before the sun came up. Sadly, that's not possible. This device comes with a history log. At 4 AM last night, the number changed from 13 to 12 and stayed there. Aha! So Sir Shoma was murdered at 4 AM last night. Yeah? Miss Magadori, we are discussing something more important here. This is bait. This is actually important. The number reduced by 1 when Shoma lost his life. But after that, it neither went up nor down. Proving that nobody came into the school and left there, right? Yes. The thing is, we're all screwed if we don't do something. It's fitting to kill us all in that message, and they're doing just that. The more we put this off, the more people will be dropping dead, one by one. Well, I agree with the part about doing something at least. Hey, Takumi, you're the leader. Come up with something. Maybe... How about we make it compulsory to move around in groups of at least 3 during the day? Exactly, 3 is a risky number though. That was because your 2 other teammates could be working together. But the situation has changed. According to Shoma, X is just 1 person. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. In groups of 3. 2 of the same groups could be working together. That's right, so a group of 3 should be fine. What about at night? Feels like that's the main thing. So far, all of them were taken out at night. And we're gonna sleep together again? Oh my god. I'm tired of slasher, y'all. We set up in the gym? We set up in the gym! Oh my god. Whew, done and done. Are we all going to be sleeping here from now on? Oh, bland and boring. Getting evacuation center vibes here. What's an evacuation center? Oh, yeah. Would you prefer bland and boring or death and oh my god. Would you prefer bland and boring or dead in a ditch? We've used curtains to divide the area up into rooms, so everybody will have some semblance of privacy. Is this really going to work? What if the killer strikes while we're all sleeping? In fact, that's why we've avoided sleeping in one spot until now, right? Yes, and that's why I'm thinking of having a sentry system. 3 people will be on watch at all times. We'll also rotate 1 person every hour. And if anything happens, just shout. That's reassuring. Now I can get a good night's rest. My skin will thank me. Looks like we're agreed then. This arrangement should stop X from causing further harm. We should be safe for a while. Now, we just had to continue our investigation and expose X's identity before they tried anything else. There was just one other thing that was bothering me. Shoma was killed today. I saw his body with my own eyes. Which meant... Are you dead ass right now? What? Yo. Can this rule be finished in one sitting? What the fuck? We skipped 25 whole days. I'm dumbfounded. I am dumbfounded. I love this shit. I love this shit. This route is... So, I don't want to say freaky, but I don't have the words. So in the hour and a half I have been recording, what have we even seen? What even happened? Well, we investigated the case of Kako's killing, and we discovered that Shoma was the killer. Shoma was the killer, and we had a crazy ass choice. We could have chosen anyone between the 16 of us. However, we discovered who the culprit was in a rather unconventional way, because I kind of spoiled it in the chapter select screen. Well, it was Shoma, we pressed him, he confessed, and then he told us about X. Who is X? I don't know. Legit, I don't know. What? Who is it? Oh my god. Is it Eito? I wanted to disprove it by saying no, it couldn't have been Eito, because apparently X has killed Gaku too, but Gaku was killed like very early on, and like Eito could have only came from day 35 onwards. So how does that make sense? Same for Kako and Shoma. X, like the both of them were killed like a week before. That's so weird. That is so weird. But again, it makes me think that it's Eito because Shoma's body was wet and there was balloons. Which, as I have said before, were what Eito used to escape his cell in 00. We don't know how yet, but it seems like we're getting closer to the answer. I don't know. There's also the fact that I think in 00, Eito escaped with the fact that, thanks to the fact that the electricity shut down because of Surei's dumbass experiments. Shoma died, and we don't know who killed him. We don't know who. And now we have skipped 25 days? Yo. Takumi's fainting disease is crazy. I wonder why they decided to give this to Takumi. To inflict this to Takumi. I mean, it's interesting. It is most definitely interesting. What is the time skip going to entail? I don't know. But we will discover in the next episode. So, I'm gonna say goodbye to y'all and see you in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye.